up? Thanks for coming to the channel. Please subscribe. I'm trying to build this up. I've got a lot of followers on some other platforms. You know, you're not going to get all the bells and whistles and the glitz that you get on some of this stuff. This is going to be more just raw redneck shit. So if you can appreciate that, go ahead and subscribe. All right, so what I'm sitting in right here, this is our main hog assault vehicle. This is the Can-Am Defender. It's a 2018 model, Texas edition, of course. It has the HD10 1000cc motor, and I have beat the absolute piss out of this thing. We have beat it up, we have abused it. I do all my own maintenance, and I have done a good job of taking care of that because it's too much of a pain in the ass to load this thing up and take it somewhere to be serviced, so I've pretty much done it myself. It's never let me down one time. The only time it was ever broke down was my own fault. I was switching out the coolant, and I got lazy, and I ended up breaking the little reservoir for the antifreeze in it, and that was 100% on me. Other than that, this thing has been unbelievable. The ride quality on this thing is 10 times better than the Kawasaki Mule we got sitting right over there, which is horrible. That Mule, and what is that? It's just a 4010 model, so it's kind of a basic Mule. I mean, it's really not a fair comparison. That thing's like 8 grand and this thing's like 20 grand. I would urge you to ride that Mule on rough terrain before you buy one. Everyone hates that Mule. It's got real low ground clearance. It's real easy to fuck stuff up driving around on it, hitting rocks. Where this thing right here is unstoppable. One thing I did do is the wheels, the tires and stuff, the rims and tires are stock. I did have like a 1.5 inch lift kit, I guess some shims or something on here just to give it a little bit more ground clearance. And I can basically drive over almost anything with this thing. I can go through creeks that are just a mud hole. I mean, it's been tremendous. The other thing right now, I mean, I've got about 400 pounds of protein in the back of this thing right now. This thing is always working. I mean, it's hauling dead hogs. It's hauling protein, it's hauling corn. I had a 1,000-pound calf die a couple months ago, and I just hooked it to a rope and drug it out in the middle of nowhere with this thing, no problem. So it can drag a 1,000-pound calf. This thing's just been tremendous. In terms of negatives, I wish you could reset the damn maintenance meter a little bit easier. It's a pain in the ass. It says right now it needs maintenance. You know, you got to do some jacked up shit with the light switch and all this. And, you know, redneck's not real patient when it comes to messing with stuff like that. So that would be good. I'm going to show you the kind of windshield I recommend on this thing, which is one that pops in and pops out. You can take it in and take it out easy. I think that's a lot better than some of the other options. I can take this thing out super fast and put it back in almost as fast. And I very seldom use a windshield on this thing because I've got an upper here, but a lot of times someone's driving with night vision on, and I'm looking through a thermal with this. I'll take some shooting sticks, kind of prop this gun up, and we'll be driving around and shooting stuff. So that's why I very seldom have a windshield in here. I also would recommend, if you buy one of these fucking things, that you put some supplemental lighting on it. The lights are not that great that it comes with stock. Do that. Put some lighting in here. I don't have no stereo in here or no shit like that. I mean, like, this is a redneck hog killing machine. I'm listening for hogs so I can kill them. I don't need no music. So one thing we do have, I have some supplemental lighting on here. These are just Can-Am lights, but these things make a tremendous difference. If you just run the regular headlights, it's really not that bright. These are the ticket. I would strongly suggest getting supplemental lighting, or you could probably put a light bar in here too. But either one, these are great. This winch, I use it relatively often. It's one of them things, you don't use it that much, but if you don't have one and you get stuck and you're fucked out in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna wish you had it. So I have had to use it. I've actually had to pull out my dad's buggy more than I've used it to get this out. His mule, man, that thing kills me. So if you're gonna get a windshield, again, this is what I'd recommend. This whole thing, it's got these little tabs in here where you just stick it in here and kind of push it down and then it locks there up at the top. But you can take this windshield out in about 2 minutes. Putting it in kind of sucks. I mean, it probably takes 5 to 10 minutes to put it in. You got to get everything lined up and it can be a pain in the ass, but overall, this is the windshield I would tell you to go with. Right? And I guess that's really about it. I mean, if you have any questions about this thing, let me know. I'd be happy to address it. Again, this thing I got it in 2018, in March of 2018. I use it all the time. It's been through mud, dirt, snow, 110 degrees. It's been through the gamut and it just keeps on going. I would buy another one of these in a heartbeat. And you couldn't pay me to drive around on a mule out here. At least on this one that I got here, this 4010 mule, which is horrible. It'll knock your fucking fillings out. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe. Out.